Please be seated. Robert Miletich, Mace-Bearer, Chair-elect of the Faculty Senate, and Professor of Nuclear Medicine and Neurology, will officially open the ceremony. Professor Miletich?
Thank you. President Tripathi, Vice President King, the graduates, the candidates for degrees, the faculty, the staff, and the parents, family, and friends of the graduates and candidates are now assembled. I hereby declare this commencement of the University at Buffalo to be open.
Thank you, Dr. Miletich. I'm Dr. Marcia Lewis, the Dean of the School of Nursing. Good morning, and welcome to our graduates and family and friends. We are joined on the platform today by University Professor and President Dr. Satish K. Tripathi, Vice Presidents and members of the President's Cabinet, Associate, Assistant Deans, Program Coordinators and Chairs of our academic programs and departments, and distinguished guests and faculty. At this time, the national anthem will be sung by one of our own DNP students, Nicole Zahn. Please stand if you're able, and I ask that the gentlemen please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much, Nicole. We do have incredibly talented students. Now I would like to invite UB President Satish Tripathi to address the 2019 graduates and their guests.
Good morning. To all our guests, welcome to the University at Buffalo. It is wonderful to have you with us to celebrate this joyous occasion. While your graduate has benefited from many academic mentors, it is you, proud family members and friends, who have served as your graduate's life mentor. So before the degrees are conferred, I would like to thank all of you for everything you have done to make this moment possible. And now, at last, here it is. Graduates, you have reached a major milestone. And I'm so excited to be among the first to congratulate you, the School of Nursing's class of 2019, on this wonderful achievement. It is cause for elation and celebration. It is the moment when everything crystallizes: your toil, your determination, your perseverance. You're about to have that well-earned diploma in hand, and with it, I suspect, a sense of great fulfillment in your heart. At the same time, it is my sincere hope that your UB education has reinforced our collective value of humility and public service. As members of the Public Research University, we seek to discover and innovate not for self-glorification or self-aggrandizement, but so we may contribute to the greater good. Serving many and serving meaningfully has always been the centerpiece of UB's mission. We embrace service before self. We are guided by the principle of informed, engaged citizenship as the antidote to indifference. And when we engage with others, we are not compelled to impose our views upon them. Rather, we listen to each other respectfully, even when we disagree. That is the essence of humility. It is selfless rather than self-seeking. Let's be clear, humility does not prevent us from having lofty ambitions. Rather, it helps us achieve lofty ambitions without having a lofty view of ourselves. Increasingly, humility is recognized as the differentiator between a good leader and a great leader. Indeed, our own UB researchers have found that the most effective leaders are humble leaders. If we appreciate that we don't have all the answers, we are open and eager to learn from others. We are intellectually curious. We welcome the contrarian viewpoints. We collaborate without bias. Within true humility, we are able to fulfill our civic responsibility. Class of 2019, in preparing you to lead effectively and ethically in the 21st century world, we have seen you put this virtue and value into action. Among many examples, you have done this by caring for medically unserved patients across the US and around the world, dedicating yourself to improving healthcare delivery and outcomes, and treating all of your patients not only with great care, but with great dignity and empathy. Like your friends and loved ones, we are very proud of all you have accomplished at UB. And we look forward to seeing the impact of all your accomplishment moving forward. Graduates, with today's ceremony, you conclude a significant passage in your academic journey. But your journey as a learner never truly ends. If we have prepared you well in your UB education, you will continue to seek answers about your field throughout your career. And you will continue to seek a deeper understanding of the world throughout your life. On this journey, may you put your precious knowledge to the best use. May you be guided by curiosity, integrity, and a desire to serve the public good. As the courageous South African leader Nelson Mandela once said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that you have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we had." Once again, congratulations, class of 2019, and all the best wishes on the journey ahead.
Thank you, President Tripathi. This is our 79th commencement since our founding in the School of Nursing in 1936. Today we celebrate the academic achievements of our 2019 graduates of our baccalaureate, master's, and Doctor of Nursing practice programs. My presentation will be very short. There are a number of people who want to share their congratulations with you. But I really want to tell you how proud we are that you are our students and new graduates, and to welcome you as outstanding new alumni in the UB School of Nursing. We in the school are honored to launch each of you into a very exciting career in nursing and share your collective accomplishments and promising futures. You will always be part of the School of Nursing. Please keep in touch and stay engaged with the school. We take great pride in every new step you take in your professional journey and want to share in your success. This is a very special commencement ceremony. Today we not only celebrate our graduates, but we are also very proud to celebrate with one of our baccalaureate alums, retired Rear Admiral Rebecca McCormick Boyle, who will receive a SUNY Honorary Doctorate. Please listen carefully to Rebecca's comments. She is truly visionary and inspiring. Now let's move on with the ceremony and the celebration. At this time, I would like to welcome President Tripathi for the conferral of our honorary degree.
We take time at commencement to recognize noteworthy achievements of members of our larger UB community. Traditionally, we award State University of New York Honorary Doctorate to distinguished individuals whose accomplishments and contributions are of special significance to UB and Western New York. These honorary degrees, proposed by our campus and authorized by the SUNY trustees, are conferred on individuals who represent our highest ideals of the University at Buffalo. Would our recipient, Rebecca McCormick Boyle, please come forward this time? Rear Admiral Rebecca McCormick Boyle has been a dedicated leader in Navy medicine and nursing who has demonstrated a sustained effort to address the health needs of the nation and its military population throughout her distinguished career. A fellow of the American Academy of Nursing, she is a 1981 graduate of our School of Nursing who credits her UB education with instilling in her strong principles a thrust for ongoing education and a commitment to clinical leadership. We can see the depth of that commitment in her outstanding career accomplishments. Among them, Rear Admiral McCormick Boyle led early efforts to establish Navy medicine's primary care model, provided oversight for Navy healthcare and readiness mission on a global scale, and played a pivotal role in coordinating humanitarian assistance, disaster relief, and contingency support. As a former commander of Navy Medicine Education, Training and Logistic Command, she made innumerable contributions to quality management, the patient's experience, and diversity management. In the process, she enhanced not only Navy medicine, but healthcare delivery across the Department of Defense. Her ability to strategically leverage and lead more than 5,000 nurses, as well as her establishment of Navy Nurse Professional Practice Model, which ensures all Navy nursing personnel understand their scope of practice and professional development, are unprecedented. As an inspiring leader whose work is grounded in a global perspective, humanitarianism, and service, Rear Admiral McCormick Boyle has championed the importance of lifelong learning and education to improve people's life. A steadfast mentor and advocate for nurses and nursing profession, she has demonstrated a tireless dedication to quality care, patient's outcome, and patient satisfaction. In recognition of her dedicated service and leadership, the United States Navy Nurse Corps, and in appreciation for the inspiring example she has set for the university community, the University at Buffalo is privileged to confer upon her, on behalf of the State University of New York, a 2019 Honorary Doctorate in Science. By the authorities of the trustees and the Chancellor of the State University of New York, and the Council and the faculty of the University at Buffalo, I now confer upon Rear Admiral Rebecca McCormick Boyle the degree of Doctor of Science with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. In token thereof, I present this diploma and direct that she be vested with the hood appropriate to that degree.
Oh, it's my turn. President Tripathi, Vice President Kane, Dean Lewis, distinguished guests, family and friends, faculty and staff, and especially UB School of Nursing, class of 2019. Good morning. I am honored by this recognition. I am more honored to share this moment of awe and wonder, your graduation. And I thank you for singing our national anthem and bringing us together. It so stamps the moment of awe and wonder. You have a beautiful voice and you bring us together. Nearly 38 years ago, I sat where you sit, a graduate, a novice nurse, a young adult full of nervous pride and anticipation. To the faculty and staff, thank you for your tireless service in preparing the next generation of nurses. Yours is a commitment to the art and science of nursing, to the patients served, and to the students as they navigate academic and life journeys. To the family and friends, thank you for your encouragement and support that you have given and will continue to give these nurses. You supported their decision to pursue nursing, and you supported them throughout a rigorous academic journey. As they launch, you have every reason to be proud of your favorite graduate. This is a moment of awe and wonder. We pause from routine. We gather to celebrate our graduates. And along with celebration, there is reflection on the past. More importantly, on what may be. And of course, everyone has a little wisdom for the graduates. I have a little wisdom, but first, 3 beliefs. First, I believe nursing is not what we do, but rather who we are. Nursing combines art and science. Formal education is required, but I believe a nurse's caring, compassion, and competency emanates from deep within. It is who we are. Second, I believe patients are the center of our nursing universe. It is all about the patient. We must focus, really focus, on our patients as individuals, not simply as patient.
We must strive to understand their values, their experience, their beliefs, and we must understand their hopes and dreams. How else can we meet their needs? Third, I believe it is a privilege to be a part of another person's most intimate and vulnerable moments, from birth to dying, from diabetic teaching to anesthesia induction, from wound research to providing wound care. Nurses participate in life moments, from happy to profoundly sad, and all points in between. And through their caring, compassion, and competency, they have earned the trust, indeed love, of countless people along the way. It is no surprise that nursing is consistently ranked one of the most trusted professions. I believe my beliefs on being a nurse, patient-centeredness, and the privilege of caring. Essential beliefs, but how to live by them in a fast-paced, complex, and occasionally irritable world brings me to my offered wisdom. Class of 2019, you are an amazing group of nurses. You are a diverse group that displays the many faces of our community, the many faces and possibilities of nursing. You are novice nurses, and you are more experienced nurses. You are young people, and well, some of you are more mature. You come from all walks of life, and your interests span all facets of nursing. Today we celebrate your many achievements, and we anticipate with eagerness and excitement your journey ahead. In you I see caring, compassion, and competency, and most importantly, the future. My recommendations are 3: personal philosophy, goal setting, journey ownership. Personal philosophy. Develop your philosophy of life and nursing. Know who you are and what makes you tick. No easy task, but essential to understanding oneself and envisioning your future. I still have my philosophy, written long ago for senior seminar. This cherished document helped guide me over the years, particularly as the Navy Nurse Corps Director. It helped me articulate my hopes, dreams, and aspirations for the Navy Nurse Corps and launched our professional practice model journey. That model is one of my proudest achievements. Know who you are, what makes you tick, envision your future, and then goal setting. Establish goals and aspirations. The opportunities available to you are endless. So too are the needs for your talents and capabilities. Develop short and long-term plans and then periodically assess progress or the need to alter the plan, for life does happen all around you and nothing remains the same. Third, own your journey. Embrace, engage, and own your journey. Be true to your philosophy while embracing lifelong learning. Participate actively and be the leader that this school has prepared you to be. In the early days, your depth and breadth may be narrow, but I encourage you, keep your antennae up and in tune to the world around you. Advocate for nurses and for the patients who entrust themselves to us. Advocate and love your fellow nurses. Take care of one another, respect one another, especially when the going gets rough and the circumstances might make you want to bean someone. Take care of yourself and pursue balance, professional, personal, and spiritual. Balance is an essential nutrient for your resilience and the journey ahead. And so, on being a nurse, patient-centeredness, and the privilege of caring, develop a personal philosophy, establish goals, own your journey. These I recommend to you. You graduate from your programs, undergraduate to graduate, novice to advanced practice, at a time of great need for great nurses. I observe you graduate with great confidence. In you, I see caring, compassion, and competency, and most importantly, the future. and the future looks bright. I wish you the Navy's traditional farewell. Fair winds, following seas. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. We are honored and proud that you are one of our alums. At this time, I would like to welcome the presidents of our student organizations to address the 2019 graduates and their guests, beginning with the president of the Graduate Nurse Association, Kwasi Leduse.
Good morning. First, I'd like to thank the other members of the e-board for the Graduate Nursing Organization for everything this year. Charnel Lewis, who's also graduating today, as well as Jake Schechter, Angeline Brown, and Azza Addy. I also want to thank Dr. Nisbet, Dr. Sasana, Dr. Campbell Hyder for everything that they did for me that allowed me to be standing here today. So I want to share with you guys a story. 2 years ago, I went down to New York City to visit my dad with my sister, who's here in this crowd. He was in the hospital. He had multiple myeloma. It was also his birthday. It was the second year in a row that he spent his birthday in the hospital. It wasn't long after we were there that the doctors came in with his labs, and they shared with us that his immune system wasn't where they wanted it to be, but they were going to send him home with medication that would boost his immune system and he'd be able to fight infection as needed. I looked at the labs and I didn't feel nearly as comfortable as the staff at the hospital did. At the time, I was a nurse at Roswell working in the bone marrow transplant unit. And so I was very familiar with everything that my father was going through. But in that moment, I didn't say anything like I usually do, because I wasn't a nurse. I was a son who wanted to see his father go home on his birthday. It wasn't long after his discharge that he developed an infection, and after a sequence of events, he ultimately lost his fight with cancer. I always wondered, had I said something, would he have had a little bit more time? And it took me a year to really work through that sense of guilt, constantly wondering, had I spoken up, would things have been different? Battling with these thoughts led me to thinking quite a bit about ethics. All of us here in the medical profession, we are prompted to use codified morals of our fields to guide us in difficult decisions. But how often are we considering these ethical codes, not only in our profession, but in our lives? For the sake of time, I just want to share a few of the provisions from the Nursing Code of Ethics. Provision 1, the nurse practices with compassion and respect for inherent dignity, worth, and unique attributes of every person. Provision 2, the nurse promotes, advocates for, and protects the rights, health, and safety of the patient. Provision 6, the nurse, through individual and collective effort, establishes, maintains, and improves the ethical environment and conditions of employment that are conducive to safe, quality health care. I want to ask all of you, let's remove the word nurse. Let's replace patient with people. Are we living in our lives in accordance to these values? Our society is rapidly changing. We're living through the advent of genetic engineering, shaping the future of our human presentation. The use of the past vilified class of drugs known as psychedelics being used to treat mental health disorders. A global landscape that is shifting quickly and disproportionately affecting those of us who are the least fortunate. As these changes shift our professional practices and social systems, I implore you all to consider the ethical codes that guide us in navigating these transitions, because our generation will serve as the example for the generations to follow. This past winter, I had the opportunity to return to my home country of Ghana. It's been 22 years since I'd been there for a medical mission. While I was out there, I was inundated with just gratitude of having to be able to share this experience with my people. I felt my father with me in my mind and my heart very presently, and I knew that he would be as proud of me as I was grateful for him and my wonderful mother, who's also here, and all the work that they did to provide their children with more opportunities. There were a lot of lessons that I learned while I was out there, and I didn't want to forget any of them. And so every day I would watch the sunset, and I would use it as an anchor and think about all of the values that I wanted to bring in with me from this experience and try to bring them with me into the next day. Everyone in this room has the power and the privilege to better the lives of those in their spheres of influence, whether they be our patients or our neighbors. I had a good friend who told me that happiness comes from living in accordance to your values. And in doing so, we invite awe into our lived experience while opening the space for immense gratitude. We will all leave a mark on this world. The kind of mark is entirely up to you. And so I have one last homework assignment for you all. The next time you're able to catch a sunset, I want you to just ask yourself a few questions. Am I living my life in accordance to my values? Today, was I the nurse or the clinician that I know that I can be? Am I living up to the standards that I set for myself as a human being? And if that answer is anything but a resounding yes, well, tomorrow is a new day. At this time, I would like to introduce Allison Thorpe, who will give remarks on behalf of the Nursing Student Organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Quasi. That was beautiful. Good morning. It has been a privilege to serve as the president of the Undergraduate Nursing Student Organization. I'd like to begin by sincerely thanking those who have served on this year's NSOE board. Andrea Walker, Ali Novi, Lisa Leska, Josie Niedrist, Spencer Parlato, and Alyssa Porter. Your commitment and contribution to this club were invaluable and have helped ensure our success in the academic year. Now, on behalf of NSO, I'd like to let you all in on the story we have all been writing for the past few years here in UB's School of Nursing. Picture huge lecture halls filled with people from all majors, learning their tibia from their fibula in anatomy, and prematurely diagnosing themselves with hyperthyroidism, a heart arrhythmia, and Cushing's syndrome, all within the same 1-hour lecture of applied physiology. And this was only just the beginning. We made our way through pharmacology, and somewhere along the line, and for many different reasons, we applied and secured our spot in UB's very competitive nursing program. So, we buy our UB blue scrubs, a stethoscope, blood pressure cuff, and of course, some new white shoes to head into the next chapter. Whether it was fall of 2017 or summer 2018, I think it's safe to say that our first taste of nursing school started with a little extra convincing to get us into our first patient room, and a unanimous, select all that apply what? Huh? Turns out in nursing school, there's more than just one right answer. The people were new, the skills were new, the exams were new, and therapeutically talking to a plastic mannequin, now that was new. Our professors said we needed to learn how to think like a nurse, but we were just figuring out how to hold our stethoscopes the right way and maneuver a blood pressure cuff at the same time. Little did we know, these skills would become the foundation of our practice as we transformed into professional, baccalaureate prepared nurses. Fall of senior year is finally here, and both the accelerated class, who worked tirelessly throughout the summer months, and traditional students joined together to steal each other's assigned seat in the nursing hall classroom, Wendy 114. Luckily, our differences did not divide us. Instead, we were able to learn from the various walks of life our new classmates came from, and in the end, we all had one goal in common: to make it to May 17th, 2019. Together, we moved into the final semester, where the exams and skills tests, they were still challenging, but were more familiar. And we are feeling pretty comfortable in our now white-ish nursing shoes. We are confident in the clinical setting and can see the impact we have on our patients' well-being. Maybe we are actually starting to think like nurses. Different stories have brought us to nursing school, and we've created different stories within these past few years. But each of those stories has led us to where we are right now. And together, we will turn the page of our last chapter here in UB's School of Nursing to a new one, to a blank one, to a chapter that is only but waiting to be filled in. So congratulations, University at Buffalo School of Nursing class of 2019, as we continue writing the rest of our nursing story. At this time, I would like to introduce Dante Haddam, who will give remarks on behalf of the Multicultural Nursing Student Association.
Good morning, and thank you, Ellie. Thank you to the Multicultural Nursing Student Association Executive Board, Emily Schneider, Jordan Jennings, Catherine Varela, Samantha Manahan, Alex McCoy, Kemi Daganduro, and Michael Belmont. Your hard work and passion made this an outstanding club that not only built camaraderie amongst our members, but contributed to the health and wellness of our greater community. And thank you to everyone who participated in our club in some way. The University at Buffalo School of Nursing has given each of us the knowledge and experience to not only pursue a career as a registered nurse, but we've also been given the skill set and confidence to shine wherever we go, in whatever path our future may hold, and whatever population we're caring for. The support that UB and the outstanding faculty and staff provides their students in the classroom, and especially in the clinical setting, is truly remarkable. When we started nursing school, we heard that we needed to study for 8 hours a day, challenge our professors for every possible point, and that we would be wiping a lot of butts. It's safe to say that all of those are true. With each of these trials, we also learned valuable lessons. Our hours spent studying will allow us to educate our patients to protect and prevent them from illness. Our efforts spent challenging our professors will enable us to be the best advocates for our patients and ensure their concerns are heard. And our time spent wiping butts has not only taught us cleanliness and hygiene, but more importantly, compassion for setting high standards and going the extra mile to give our patients the utmost dignity and respect. It's hard to believe we're finally done with nursing school. Except for the people going back for their DNPs, good luck to you all. It seems like just yesterday when we were freaking out about MedCalc tests and not doing so well on Dr. Fabry's first test. Thinking, what did we get ourselves into? The next semesters flew by, and for some of us, we learned to love specialties we may have never thought we'd want to get into. Thank you, Dr. Haas, Dr. Guay, and Dr. Caselli for that. Then ABS went through a summer where some of you described it as blacking out for a whole season. And all of you sacrificing so much to pursue a profession that shows the kind of character it takes to be a nurse. And as Dr. Sieg reminded us going into our final semester, that the teachers get through this every year, it did not assure any of us that we would. But as a team, we did it. And as you leave here today with your family and friends to celebrate, I hope you take this message with you. People will always throw rocks at the things that shine the brightest. Because every single one of you is unique and special, and with the lessons that we've learned from UB, our family, our friends, our patients, and each other, when we step onto the floor of our future units for the first time, we will be the change that we wish to see in the world. I would now like to introduce Dr. Donna Fabry, Clinical Associate Professor, who will present the Commencement Awards.
Good morning, everybody. The leaders that just came up here and spoke are just so impressive. It's just excellent. And thank you, Dante. We'll now present the awards recognizing the outstanding achievement of our graduates. These students have been selected based on the nominations of faculty and their fellow students. Award winners should come on stage as their names are called, please. The first award is the Ethan Christian Award, presented in honor of a baccalaureate graduate of the class of 2019. Ethan was one of our outstanding students who demonstrated exceptional care, compassion, and excellence in the practice of nursing. This award recognizes an undergraduate who exemplifies these traits. This year, the award is presented to Dante Hayden. The next award is the Shirley D. DeVoe Nursing Award for Excellence in Communication. It was established by distinguished nursing alumni Shirley DeVoe and is given to a graduating undergraduate and graduate student who has demonstrated superior skill in communicating with and for their patients and clients. The Graduate Award is presented to Max Antwi. The Undergraduate Award is presented to Alyssa Anderson. The Dr. S. Muchley Small Award honors graduating students who show evidence of superior understanding and ability in the mental health aspect of nursing care. The students receiving this award are commended for their sensitivity to patients' emotional needs and skill in responding to these needs, along with special skills in patient teaching and leadership. The Graduate Award is presented to Alyssa Weisinger. The Undergraduate Award is presented to Capri Johnson. Congratulations, honey. The next award, the Ruth Gale Elder Award for Excellence in Nursing Research, was established by Dr. Ruth Gale Elder, acting dean of the School of Nursing from 1978 to 1980, and a nursing educator. The award recognizes a doctoral or master's student who has demonstrated outstanding knowledge and ability in research and who holds special promise for leadership in nursing research. There are 2 recipients this year. The first award is presented to Amanda Adams. Congratulations. The second award is presented to Julie Hitzkis. The Ruth T. McGrory Award for Excellence in Nursing is presented to a graduating student in the baccalaureate program who demonstrates outstanding knowledge of nursing theory and excellence in nursing practice. The award was named in honor of Dean Ruth McGrory, who led the school for 5 years in the late 1960s, maintaining the mission of the school through turbulent times for the university and the nation. This award is presented to Bobby Blakesley. The Ann Walker Sengbush Award for Leadership in School and Community Activities recognizes students who have provided notable service and leadership in the School of Nursing, the university, and the community. The award was named in honor of Ann Walker Sengbush, who served as the first dean of the UB School of Nursing. Her leadership over a quarter of a century helped to establish our school as one of the most respected in the Northeast. This year, the graduate recipient is Tijan Arslan. Congrats, honey. The undergrad recipient is Lori Gale. Now, as president of the Gamma Kappa chapter of Sigma Theta Tau, Professor Meg Dorsbacher, clinical instructor and PhD student in the School of Nursing, will present the chapter awards.
Good morning and congratulations to everyone. These awards are presented by the Gamma Kappa chapter of Sigma Theta Tau, the International Honor Society of Nursing, to encourage and recognize superior scholarship, leadership, and achievement in nursing. The award recognizes graduating baccalaureate and graduate students who possess these characteristics and are current members of the chapter. This year's graduate award is presented to Charnel Lewis. And the undergraduate award is presented to Leanne Balserzak.
Thank you, Professor Dorsbacher. This year, one of our undergraduate students has been selected to receive the American Nurses Association New York Chapter Future Nurse Leader Award. This award honors a nursing student who is entering the profession and encourages the continued development of their leadership skills. It will be awarded by chapter member and Professor Suzanne Dickerson. This year, the award is presented to Allison Thorpe. Finally, the Professional Nurses Association Graduate Nurse Membership Award is presented to a new graduate who has demonstrated professionalism in nursing and intends to continue practicing in the Western New York region. This year's winner is Noah Bourne. Noah could not be here today, so we accept this award in his behalf. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fabry. The degrees authorized, by the way, this is what you've all been waiting for. The degrees authorized by the State University of New York Board of Trustees will now be conferred. Dr. Michael Kane, Vice President for Health Sciences at the University at Buffalo, will confer the degrees. The candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree will come forward under the direction of the DNP Marshal as their name is called by Dr. Sharon Huner. The graduates will be hooded by Dr. Laura Lee Sasana, Assistant Dean for the Master's and the DNP programs, along with their program coordinator. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree please rise? Vice President Kane, on behalf of the faculty of the university, I have the honor of recognizing these candidates. They have met all the requirements of the university and are recommended to you by the faculty for the Doctor of Nursing Practice.
Thank you, Dean Lewis, and good morning. By the authority of the trustees and the Chancellor of the State University of New York, and the council and the faculty of the University at Buffalo, I now confer upon you the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree with all of the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations to all of you.
We will now call the graduates in the Adult Gerontology Nurse Practitioner Program to be hooded by Program Coordinator Dr. Ljungqvist. Dennis Alex. Improving Advanced Illness Discussion in Nurse Practitioner Students. Tijan Arslan. Effect of a hospital-focused BLS refresher course and simulation experience on cardiac arrest resuscitation self-efficacy. Maxwell Bohati Antwi. Stroke-related disability and treatment outcome, a retrospective comparison of intravenous tissue plasminogen activator, IVTPA, and endovascular intervention, thrombectomy for acute ischemic stroke. Destiny Simke. Evaluation of enhanced recovery after colorectal surgery outcomes in adult oncology patients, a retrospective chart review. Tyler Colbert. Analysis of continuity of nursing care in home health and its effect on hospital readmissions. Christine Davis. Nurse perceptions of self-efficacy and how they relate to coping with workplace stress. Sharon Fowler. Enhancing long-acting reversible contraceptive uptake in a family planning center. Jeffrey Hutchins. Evaluating patient preferences and attitudes toward communication methods in a university health center. Isabel Mendoza. Early detection of respiratory depression in postoperative patients self-administering analgesia. Kimberly Vucolo. Management of oncology patients in the emergency department, improving patient outcomes. We will now call the Child Nurse Practitioner Program to be hooded by Dr. Pamela Papelham. Catherine Holliday. The use of pediatric simulation in nursing education. We
We will now call the graduates in the Family Nurse Practitioner Program to be hooded by Program Coordinator Dr. Pamela Papelham. Mallory Anderjack, creation of an evidence-based telehealth training module. Amanda Adams, culturally appropriate education for international relief workers. Can education on fluoride varnish help sustain the practice at short-term medical mission sites? Taylor Akins, the effect of guided relaxation on acute pain. Michelle Avent, the Special Care Unit, improving the experience of seriously ill hospitalized patients. Jennifer Bouye, quality of life, perception variations in allogenic hematopoietic cell transplant recipients with chronic graft versus host disease and their care providers. Julie Hitzkis, culturally appropriate education for international relief workers. Can education on fluoride varnish help sustain the practice at short-term medical mission sites? David Julian, a comparative analysis of phosphodiesterase 5 inhibitors and testosterone in men with erectile dysfunction and low testosterone. Jamie Kerner, unmet needs of informal cancer caregivers, a mixed methods approach to identifying needs. Amanda Kosher, establishing the need for a critical incident stress management and debriefing protocol for pediatric operating room nurses experiencing critical incidences. Jessica Lippa, barriers for prescribing buprenorphine for advanced practice registered nurses. Holly Reed, opportunities for rural primary care to improve continuity and person-centeredness. Nicole Zahn, identifying gaps in knowledge and comfort in most discussions in advanced practice nurses. We will now call the graduates in the Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner Program to be hooded by Program Coordinator Dr. Patricia Nisbet. Kwasi Udose, evaluating self-paced sleep medicine modules. Jessica Clark, Provider's Perception of an Education Leaflet for Pediatric Autism Spectrum Disorder. Hannah Fursinski, Caregiver Attitudes about Nutritional Education in Psychiatric Adolescents. Amy Kotarski, Photo Implementation to Promote Patient Safety on an Inpatient Psychiatric Unit. Zoe Spear-Alatos, Preventing Suicide in Intellectually Disabled Adults Living in Group Homes. Alyssa Wissinger, Evaluating Emergency Room Utilization Among Mobile Mental Health Patients, a Correlational Retrospective Analysis. Callie Weckenman, Maternal Adverse Childhood Experience Screening in Perinatal Care, Knowledge, Practices, and Barriers of Women Health Providers. Jake Schechter, a retrospective cohort study of NAC effects on outpatient treatment outcomes for adult cocaine abusers. We will now call the graduates in the Nurse Anesthesia program to be hooded by Program Director Dr. Christine Faust. Jeffrey Belinsky, Opioid-Free Alternatives for the Intraoperative Colorectal Surgical Patient. Charnel Lewis, Beyond the Double Tap, Exploring the Impact of an Educational Instagram Account on Professional Self-Efficacy Among Minority Nurse Anesthesia Students. Raymond Masters, Fiber Optic Intubation Workshop and Clinical Competence, an Experimental Study. Mark Mendakovich, Effectiveness of Near-Peer Mentorship on Self-Efficacy and Perceived Stress During Clinical Transition for Student Nurse Anesthetists. Colin Morrissey, preoperative beta blocker compliance. James Riley, recycling in the operating room, assessing understanding through the perspective of the anesthesia provider. Lauren Schmidt, the effect of an opioid-sparing educational intervention on postoperative length of stay and pain scores in the gynecological surgery patient. Peter Stelly, educating SRNAs about the practice of legally defensible anesthesia. Joshua Thomas, establishing and exploring the incidence of myocardial injury after non-cardiac surgery among orthopedic patients in Western New York. Jeffrey Tynan, recycling in the operating room, assessing understanding through the perspective of the anesthesia provider.
Congratulations to all our DNP graduates. The candidates for the Master of Science degree in nursing will be recommended to Vice President Kane. The master's degree candidates will come forward under the direction of the Marshal as your name is called by Dr. Janice Jones. Will the candidates for the master's degree please rise? Vice President Kane, on behalf of the faculty at the university, I have the honor of recognizing these candidates. They have met all the requirements of the university and are recommended to you by the faculty for the master's degree.
By the authority of the trustees and the Chancellor of the State University of New York and the Council and the faculty of the University at Buffalo, I now confer upon you the Master of Science degree with all of the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure to present the recipients of the Masters in Nursing Leadership and Healthcare Systems. Joy McNeil. Kimberlyn Bright Duncan.
congratulations to our master's graduates. The candidates for the baccalaureate degree in nursing will now be presented. The baccalaureate graduates will come forward under the direction of the marshal as your name is called by Dr. Catherine Mann. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise and remain standing until all graduates have been called? Vice President Kane, on behalf of the faculty of the university, I have the honor of recognizing these candidates. They have met all of the requirements of the university, as well as the requirements to take the registered nurse licensure examination, and are recommended to you by the faculty for the Bachelor of Science degree.
By the authority of the trustees and the Chancellor of the State University of New York and the Council and the faculty of the University at Buffalo, I now confer upon you the Bachelor of Science degree with all of the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
Good morning and congratulations again to all of our graduates. Allison Thorpe. Dante Haddam. Leanne Belserzak. Alyssa Anderson. Capri Johnson. Bobby Blakesley. Lori Gale. Chadima Apadu. Blaine Aldrich. Taylor Amico. Michael Averitt. Nadine Ayub. Caitlin Batcher. Rebecca Belot. Coralie Bieniak. Kaylee Bozinski. Sarah Brady. Madison Broad. Ashley Brotherton. Jamie Buffamonte. Megan Burns. Jack Calabria. Julia Cascio. Chusin Chen. Vicky Chen. Marissa Kuva. Claire Chalka.
Lauren Chogic. Olawakami Zagundaro. No. Very sorry, Alec Diaz. Matthew DeStasio. Christina Edmonds. Bailey Fusa. Janelle Garcia. Elizabeth Giannattasio. Sandy Gibson. Harsarat Gill. Maria Grono. Jeremy Hafkin. Whitney Haskell. Miranda Hurd. Brian Heffernan. Laura Hermanson. Laura Herrick. Sarah Hoff. Eve Hutner. Nicole Aladro. Jordan Jennings. Oyala Tosin Johnson. Simrajit Kaur. Alexandra Kawasi. Scotia Kirkham. Lauren Kopsky. Rachel Krosky. Nicole Kwiatkowski. Colleen Larson. Caitlin Lay. Lisa Leska. Winnie Luck. Samantha Manahan. Emily Matthews. Alexandra McCoy. Leah Mistretta. Patrick Mogenhan. Liam Morrissey. Samantha Mullen. Austin Nawatka. Josephine Niedrist. Sarah Ninkenfedick. Allison Novi. Stephanie Orr. Alicia Panalingan. Spencer Parlato. Roy Phipps. Katie Perger.
Rachel Ponto. Alyssa Porter. Sashili Powell. Megan Rizzio. Emma Ritz. Alexis Rivera. Jane Robertson. Jessica Salmon. Julia Santini. Caitlin Schurter. Emily Schneider. Libby Schultz. Joseph Scordo. Anna Schultes. Sean Samano. Kaylee Smith. John Spano. Joseph Stabile. Carly Stella. Brian Stewart. Drew Sullivan. Pierre Bergmans. Olakawami Dagundaro. Sorry. Pamela Terapaki. Kendra Thomas. Hannah Townsend. Kyle Townsend. IJ Chai. Victoria Surzar. Catherine Varilla. Gabrielle Vana. Andrea Walker. Jacqueline Wilson. Lydia Wishman. Jesse Wong. Karen Wu. Megan York. Piwa Yan. Eleanor Zachariah. Lindsay Zare. Jenny Zhang. Shui Wang.
Please be seated. Let's congratulate all of our new graduates. Don't you have to come up and do something? Okay. It's Michael's turn to do something.
I get to have the fun part. So if I can ask all of the graduates to please rise. We have 2 tasks in front of us. The first is, as graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right side to the left. And the second task is, and we're going to have 25 seconds for this, I want you to all turn around 180 degrees. Families, ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2019. Please turn back around and please be seated.
I would like to acknowledge all of the faculty and staff who have participated and helped us during this commencement. As we conclude, we would like to pay special attention to all of those who have helped our graduates, and you've already done that, so I think we could make you do it again, but I'm hoping that you will all thank your families one more time later. At this time, we would like everyone to stand and sing the University at Buffalo alma mater. The lyrics are in your program on page 14. We will sing the first verse and the refrain. Would you please be seated and remain in your seats until the academic profession has left the area? Graduates, faculty, family, and friends are invited to a reception immediately after this ceremony, just a very short walk from the arena to the Student Union Atrium. We please hope that you will all join us for refreshments. Finally, I welcome Dr. Militich back to the podium.
Thank you. I declare this 2019 commencement of the University at Buffalo to be officially concluded.